So, let's go. Update number 1. Eclair continues to be the cutest. I mean, look at that face. How can you not love her? There was a doll show a couple weeks ago, and I got some small things for my dolls, some clothing mostly, straw hats, that sort of thing. But one of the things, or I should say, most of this outfit that Eclair is wearing, other than the teddy bear and her dress, were actually bought at the doll show. Look at the cutie, and also the awesome details. Pew pew. She can stand in these shoes, by the way, which is awesome for $1 shoes. I think that was. I also got straw hats for dolls because I have a thing for straw hats, apparently. I have straw hats to fit every size of doll head I have other than Lottie. Because Lottie is 5 inches, and everyone... actually, Finn got one. And it might fit Lottie, but it'd be big. Because Lottie has a weird sized head. So, Finn got a straw hat. And Epee improved the straw hat by making it a tricorn. Doesn't he look like a proper adventurer now? He's got his hat and everything. Oh, by the way, the hat, if I can check, passes the upside down test. Don't fail me, don't make me a liar. Upside down test! This is crazy because even his wig falls off sometimes at the upside down test. Oh, Lily got an awesome dress that I swear, like, could have been made for her. It fits her torso perfectly. Perfectly. And, like, the pattern is so perfect. I'm not sure if these might just look round on camera. Oh, but you can see there's a bit of shine, and that's because they're actually, like, faceted along. And yeah, they just... And, like, obviously this was just, like, a homemade, handmade thing. But it's so perfect. Like, it could have been made for her. Just look at this. Look at how perfect it is. Speaking of perfection, if you haven't seen Eclair's box opening, which I don't know how many of you saw because there are no comments that I can see, go watch her box opening. Go watch her box opening. It should be entertaining, and she's just so cute. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. Good. 3.5 minutes. I'm doing well. After Lily got this dress, and I tried it on her, and it fit perfectly. Because I didn't have Lily with me at the doll show. I was just eyeballing it. I put Lily in it, and I put her on the doll bench, which is one of the things to display my dolls, which I need to work on my display because there really isn't room on top of my dresser for everyone. And yeah. What can I say? I have a lot of dolls and I have a lot of doll heads. And sorry, the doll I'm going to grab next is very floppy, so I'm trying to get her to stand straight. So she's just going to end up flopping my hand regardless, but you know, the attempt counts for something. So I put Lily here next to... Why does your hair always get messed up? Maddie here. She whose hair always gets messed up. I swear you leave her for a moment and it's a mess. I put these two sitting next to each other and I went, whoa, you guys look good. Like, really good. Like, girlfriend. Good. So of course I had to figure out how these two would end up together because, like, I don't know, there's just something about these two together that I really like. I don't know. I already knew they exist in the same universe. Not the same story, I should say. There's a distinction. They come from the same universe, which is a world where Newfoundland, which is where Maddie lives, never joined Canada after the Second World War. And Lily here lives in Canada. Never specified where, but presumably Ontario. Because, like, no word of a lie, almost half of Canada's population is in either Ontario or Quebec. Yeah, it's like a scary statistic. So she's probably from Ontario, statistically speaking. Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, step one, they're already in the same universe. Ooh, don't have to do any sort of weird, stop falling. They're sitting on my lap and my wide hips are making them fall because that is something that happens. Anyway, so I went, okay, first step done, they're in the same universe. Second step, do they have anything that could possibly bring them together? Answer, yes. They actually have two things. Lily has a friend who's actually kind of the driving force in her story to break her out from her cage, named Lucas Belmont, and he has a sibling named Jordan. And before Jordan and Lucas moved to where Lily lives, they were where Maddie lives. So they already have people in common that could introduce them. Secondly, they both play the same online game, which is actually like a fictionalized video game version of Cassie and Hal's retro future story, two of my other characters, who are shelled. Yeah, fiction within fiction. It gets confusing. But anyway, they have that game as well. And then the question came about of, okay, when do they meet relative to their own stories? And I went, okay, well, after their own stories, because I don't want to interject kind of this crossover in the middle of the stories. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'd prefer them to be kind of standalone. And then I realized, okay, but not just after the main chunk of their stories. I decided to have them meet, or probably meet sometime before the relationship happens. Duh. But that they meet after essentially the obvious, the obvious couples don't work out for their relative stories. I say this because Maddie is demisexual, and one of the things that happens in her story is that she grows close to her roommate, who is a nice sprite, Nagisa, and develops feelings for Nagisa. Demisexual here, so it happens. And that they do, at the end of their relatively late in their story, they do try to pursue a romantic relationship with each other, but it doesn't work out. They're way better as friends. And Lily here has a guy in her story, Lucas, who does, like I said, a lot of the pushing to essentially break her free from her cage, cage being the life her mom has made for her, and kind of make it so that Lily can actually grow and become her own person. And they try to have a relationship because they feel like they are supposed to. Because, you know, like he rescued her, or he helped rescue her with her own help. So they try a romantic relationship, and like they go on like one date, and they're like, nope, no, 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 we are like siblings. Um, and then I guess at some point Jordan decides to introduce these two, and they end up playing some co-op retro future gaming together, and at some point they end up a couple. So yeah, those are my updates. I have to end this now before my camera decides to end for me, so bye everyone. See you later.